near 86 today. And as we take a look, one of the things in regards to some of the weather that we know, we've got some onshore thunderstorms possibly tomorrow as that'll continue to move on. And as that comes up, one of the things that gets mentioned too is the idea that hurricane season isn't over yet as new depressions form in the Atlantic as the record-breaking season continues with a new depression forming in the central Atlantic. The Depression 27 formed in the central Atlantic area Monday morning, early this morning. It says it becomes a tropical storm that will take on the name Epsilon as the fifth name of the Greek list. And this will make it the earliest epsilon to form in the Atlantic. The last time that had happened was 2005 when it had formed at the end of November. The system, however, is set to stay in central Atlantic and will not directly impact the United States. Bermuda, however, will yet again keep a close eye on the system as it's forecasted to become a hurricane and may affect land. They said the area you should really watch is while there might be a new storm in Central Atlantic, the area of real intrigue is on the other side of the tropical Atlantic, saying we are watching a cluster of storms, the yellow shaded zone in the mention of the map below, which is near the Caribbean of the Yucatan Peninsula through the areas of Jamaica and the Cayman Islands, saying we're watching that cluster of storms in the southwest Caribbean Sea, and it's an area well known for tropical development this time of year. From now, it has a low chance of development into our next named storm. But if it does develop, it will have a far higher chance of impacting land than the current storm as mentioned. If it does take on a name, this one here in the Caribbean will be named Zeta, as it will be tied for the 2005 season for the most storms named. This system could bring impacts to the areas of Cuba and the Caribbean and perhaps even the Southeast. We'll have to keep an eye on it as we continue to do so. As we mentioned, the record-breaking season, you name the record, and there's a decent chance that the 2020 Atlantic tropical season's broken it. From the earliest named storms on record to the record-breaking 10 U.S. landfalls already this season, 2020 has produced a laundry list of records. And we've still got about 6 weeks to go in the official season as the National Hurricane Center named 3 storms on the same day back in September 18th, leading to another record hurricane season as it pushed into the Greek alphabet. As now we've even crossed from Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta off the list, as now we're looking forward to the idea of Epsilon and then even Zeta. It's only the second time the Greek alphabet has been used to name storms, and the last time was 2005, where it made it to Zeta, which was the 6th name on the list. So interesting there nonetheless when you think about what's to be expected. And with that, there's actually some areas right now of tropical weather that's over the southeastern part of the peninsula, moving in from the Bahamas, they're saying that will come on to shore to maybe bring us that expectation of more showers and a possible thunderstorm for later on in the week as we continue to have those east winds and drawing that moisture off of the Atlantic. As we move on from that, though, still something to keep our eye on nonetheless. As we're moving on here now, 9:49, making our way through this 9 o'clock hour, it is time for your Ocala Quick Minute News, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source. In your Ocala Quick Minute News, Kamala Harris will be encouraging early voting in Florida as voters in most counties can begin casting ballots in person starting today. And they say with Democratic vice presidential candidates scheduled to appear in Orlando and Jacksonville this morning. In Broward County, Supervisor of Elections Peter Antonacci says COVID safety remains a top priority with trained staff wearing masks and gloves.
There's going to be a janitor on site at each early voting location to wipe down the privacy booths.
As Miami-Dade Police Director Freddie Ramirez is promising physical safety for voters as well.
We'll enhance our patrols. Obviously, we won't be standing in front of the polling places, but we will be around, prepared to respond.
As meanwhile, as of Saturday, they say more than 2.4 Floridians have already voted by mail. Florida is reporting more than 2,500 new cases of the coronavirus. The Department of Health in the state says another 55 people have passed from the virus. SpaceX is launching more satellites. The Falcon 9 rocket blasted off from Kennedy Space Center yesterday morning, taking yet another batch of the Starlink satellites to low Earth orbit as part of the company's effort to deliver the internet connectivity from space. Tom Brady passed for 2 touchdowns, and Ronald Jones ran for 2 as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pounded the Green Bay Packers 38-10 in Tampa. The Buccaneers head coach Bruce Arians says that they were able to get Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers often.
You don't usually get Aaron confused, and that's one thing I don't think I've ever seen him confused. But when you start running him down and chasing him out of there, early in the game he chased out and he made a lot of plays. We just kept chasing him, hemmed him up a little bit, and he got some hits on him.
And the Buccaneers sacked Aaron Rodgers 4 times and intercepted him twice, one for a pick 6. As they mentioned, also in the NFL, the Dolphins blanked the Jets 24-0, and the Jacksonville Jaguars lost to the Lions 34-16. As the Dolphins made easy work of the hapless Jets in the 24-0 shutout victory in Miami, Ryan Fitzpatrick passed for 3 touchdowns and said the Fins have bounced back the last 2 games.
A couple weeks ago, sitting at 1-3, not really feeling sorry for ourselves, but continuing to work. And now, to get a couple in a row and sitting at 3-3 going into the bye, that was a good feeling.
And for your Ocala Quick Minute News, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source. We'll be back right after this.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish, we also offer rototilling and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
There's a staycation right here in town. It's Super 8 Motel Ocala, right down the road on 40, just west of I-75. And they're pet friendly. Have truck parking, free breakfast, a swimming pool, a kiddie pool, and veterans get 10% off. It's a staycation at Super 8 Ocala. Call today, Super 8 Ocala, at 352-629-8794. Again, 352-629-8794.
WOCA. Ocala. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA, 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chat. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
WOCA. Ocala.
Welcome back to the show, AM Ocala Live. I'm your host, Adam McKillen. As we say good morning to you, October 19th, this Monday. Beautiful out there, 74 degrees. As you just mentioned with, I just mentioned, as the advertisement just mentioned with On Top of the World, as we know we've had them in here, the premier 55 and older active community here in Florida is On Top of the World Communities, award-winning family-owned building and land development company that's founded in 1947 by the patriarch Sidney Colin. As it stood for quality, value, moral obligation, and sustainability for development practices. Well, with that in mind, it kind of carries in a segue to the idea of the article that was posted here that Ocala, of the places in the United States, Ocala is number 6 as considered in the ranking, almost top 5, but definitely top 10. Number 6 is the best place to retire in the United States. As they say, Ocala is one of the best places in the United States to retire thanks to part of its housing affordability and quality of health care, according to the U.S. News and World Report's ranking. As it was released last week, the Ocala metropolitan area ranked number 6 among the country's 150 largest metropolitan areas of the 2021 list of the best places to retire. The publication based its ranks on information from the U.S. Census Bureau, the FBI, the U.S. Department of Labor, Internal Revenue Services, and all according to the report. For Kevin Shealy, President and CEO of the Marion County Ocala Marion County Chamber and Economic Partnership, the ranking is quite an achievement, saying, quote, "We currently 149th in the metro areas in population, and so we're one of the smaller places that we got ranked at the high means that we're doing is showing results," that he said, end quote. Says the Ocala area ranked highest in housing affordability among the top 10 best places to retire and scored high in healthcare. Tom Cohn, who moved to the Ocala Palms Golf and Country Club from Miami, said the lower cost of living is what brought him. Says, end quote, "Everything is cheaper, housing is cheaper, insurance is cheaper. You can't argue with that." He said he has played a game of horseshoes on Tuesday, as he was mentioning with the article. And that's good for retirees, and it's good for everyone. Saying, quote, "It's a good place to retire, which means it's a good place to live. And if you're a young family or an established family, you care about affordability for housing. You care about health care." Many retirement communities in the area, centered mainly along the State Road 200 corridor in the southwest side of the county and U.S. Highway 441 at the south end of the county, also feed the general growth in the area. Saying, quote, "Our retirement communities in Ocala should be credited with that growth and all the services that have arisen from because of the communities. Being number 6 in the nation, that's pretty amazing," said Piria Guman, president of Oak Run Associates. As her father is one of the developers in the county that to start the building large-scale retirement communities. The company built more than 3,500 homes along the State Road 200. As they mentioned, Kurber Guman died suddenly in May, Guman's father. And with that, everything else, it was Ocala that was also listed number 69 in overall top places, well, to live in general, which is pretty amazing. It says the middle of the pack ranking outclassed the area's size, but Shealy said there is plenty going on that should improve that ranking. And those rankings were based on 2019 numbers, and I bet our job opportunity numbers are going to get better, saying we have to keep building a strong, diverse, sustainable economy. We have to keep going down the same path we've been, and I think we will move up the rankings. Overall, 7 of the top 10 places to live in Florida. Sarasota was number 1, followed by number 2, Fort Myers. Number 3, Port St. Lucie. Number 4, Naples. Number 9, Miami. And number 10, Melbourne. There you go. WOCA Ocala, WOCA The Source, 96.3 FM. More coming your way. AM Ocala Live back after this.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. We've passed 40 million cases of coronavirus worldwide, according to the Johns Hopkins University count. A vote is planned this week on a Senate Republican coronavirus relief plan smaller than what's proposed by House Democrats or the White House.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi on ABC's This Week saying a deal must be struck in the next 48 hours if they want to pass a package by Election Day.
That depends on administration.
The president has said he wants to pass what he's called a big, beautiful stimulus.
Fox's John Decker in Washington. Joe Biden again goes after President Trump over claims he insulted veterans, which the president again denies.
Calls them suckers and losers. Who the hell does he think he's talking about? These are our heroes.
There's no human being on earth, unless they're seriously deranged, that would say such a thing.
Biden in North Carolina, the president there in Nevada. America's listening to Fox
News. Wouldn't it be great if everything came with more? Like if your new computer came with unlimited tech support. When you choose a Medicare plan from United Healthcare, you get more. Like plans that have dental and vision coverage, plus hearing coverage. Call United Healthcare at 1-800-364-1360 to get Medicare with more. Remember, Medicare annual enrollment ends December 7th.
Benefits and availability may vary by plan and location. More plans based on a year-over-year comparison of United Healthcare plans.
Walgreens has always been there to help make your healthcare easier. From making sure you have the prescriptions you need to answering any questions you have about them. Now, we're here to help make Medicare easier too. Walgreens is a preferred network pharmacy with many plans, including United Healthcare, which can mean copays as low as $0 for you. Talk to a Walgreens pharmacist today. Walgreens, we make Medicare easy. $0 copay on Tier 1 generic drugs when enrolled in a plan with Walgreens as a preferred pharmacy. Walgreens accepts other plans.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
The best nectar plants for pollinators. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
You're going to need me.
You're going to need us.
All of us.
You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food.
You're going to need our determination, our compassion.
You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring.
And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Today, 4-H is growing the next generation of leaders. Support us at 4h.org.
Whether at your local green market, corner grocery store, or neighborhood restaurant, you're supporting your community when you buy local.
Food grown right here by Florida farmers doesn't need to be shipped this far.
That saves fuel and cuts emissions.
Buying local is more than just supporting area businesses and growers.
It's buying fresh, wholesome, and delicious food for your family.
Products you trust from people you trust.
Fresh from Florida.
Good for the environment.
Good for the economy.
Good for you.
Create a pollinator-friendly garden by choosing at least 3 must-have plants and aiming for blooms throughout as many seasons as possible. Single-petal flowers are easiest for bees, hummingbirds, and other pollinators to reach. Double-petal varieties are showier but offer less nectar and accessible pollen. Torch lily, also known as red hot poker, produces loads of nectar throughout the hottest days of summer. They are exceptionally easy to grow with a wide hardiness range and are a great addition to any full sun planting spot. Bee balm is a magnet for pollinators. It's low maintenance and deer resistant. Honeybees love lavender. They have a special affinity for the fragrant herb's nectar and pollen. Salvia attracts bees to the garden. It's drought resistant and adds a lovely fragrance to the garden. Beard tongue is also a gorgeous native plant that gives pollinators the nectar they're looking for. Pollinators will also love fuchsia, anise, hyssop, thyme, and catmint. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish, we also offer rototilling and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Powell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
There's a staycation right here in town. It's Super 8 Motel Ocala, right down the road on 40, just west of I-75. And they're pet friendly. Have truck parking, free breakfast, a swimming pool, a kiddie pool, and veterans get 10% off. It's a staycation at Super 8 Ocala. Call today, Super 8 Ocala at 352-629-8794. Again, 352-629-8794.
WOCA. Ocala. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA, 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
WOCA. Ocala.
Listen up. We have a treat for all you crime thriller readers. Wednesday at 10:05 a.m., Corey Cepeda with Razor Sharp Publishing will give us a preview of La Familia, Loose Ends. Readers will be taken on a page-turning ride they'll not soon to forget, with political intrigue, murder, and family drama. This is the first book of a 5-part series. The authors donating portions of the proceeds to charities, including the fight against sex trafficking. Again, that's Wednesday the 21st at 10:05 a.m. Entertainment from Razor Sharp Publishing and your friends at WOCA, The Source.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
The NFL alumni is sponsoring a Clay for Kids sporting event to benefit Champions for Champions. The event will take place at the Robinson Ranch in Inglis, Florida on Saturday, October 24th. Call 866-996-2182 for details. The NFL alumni will provide gift bags, breakfast, lunch, and prizes. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Clay for Kids. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Hosted by the NFL alumni.
WOCA, putting the local back into radio.
Welcome back, AM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall, streaming live, YouTube live, WOCA, the Source Radio. As we're saying good morning to you this Monday, 8 minutes past the top of the 10 o'clock hour, a little mid-morning with Joe. I got him on here. Good morning, Joe.
And the top of the morning to you, Adam.
Top of the morning.
What a great morning it is.
It's a beautiful morning from a busy weekend. I know you had a little bit of an eventful weekend. It started on Friday, right?
It started Friday and then it's Sunday.
Yeah.
Friday morning I left here at the studio about 10:40. And I was going to go see the Trump rally, President Trump's appearance, quote unquote, you know.
Yeah.
And I left here and I went down 40. And then I took a left on 60th because it was closed coming north on 60th. So south you could go, but north.
South you could go, yeah.
North you could not go. Luckily, I was warned ahead of time to go that way to get there because anybody else going around the other way, and you had to go all the way around. So I was ahead of the game that way. But I went there, and it was, the people were lined up almost to 60th from the entrance, which was near the terminal.
Yeah.
So where a tall tower is, I guess you call that. Not further down where I don't know what the name of it is, where the private planes come in and out. What's the name of that? The new one where the plane is hanging in.
Right. So you're saying they weren't at the new one?
No, they were further down. If you're facing
the old one,
it's to the right of it, and with it to the right of it, then they would come in that entrance. But they were in other words, they were lined up a half a mile, at least almost the 60th, waiting to get in to the event, and it was unbelievable how packed it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that said, luckily, I had a different parking area that I went to and got in there, and I lucked out. I got seats that were like unbelievable.
Yeah.
They were really, really close. Yeah.
Did you have to? Were you in that spot for a long time, or were you able to kind of mosey in there a little later? It was a long day. I know for a lot of people it was a long.
Oh yeah, I got the little sunburn and it really
long haul.
It was not It was not. Okay, 11. A little after 11, got there, parked the car. It was well organized. All the police there, all the. And they had not only the Secret Service, they had Victory Service. Victory Service is a privately employed by the government, I guess, to watch everything also. So, and these guys made Arnold Schwarzenegger look tiny. Oh my! There was like 4 of them walked by me and went, the size of my leg. I'm not a little guy, and that was their arm.
Yeah.
Oh, they were. And then the 2 girls that were there that I seen, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't. No. If you ever watched some of the James Bond with the blonde-haired guy, that was him.
Yeah.
Young and it's okay, but it was, you didn't want to. But I watched them defuse a situation.
Really?
Yeah, about chairs moving and something. So the lady, the volunteer, says okay, and she just walked away. And then this guy came over, and he was very cordial and everything, but he diffused it very nicely. No shouting, no nothing. I went, wow. I went by and said, excuse me, what? Did a great job, because he really impressed me how he diffused the situation.
That's interesting.
Apparently the guy had got there early and got the seats, and then once he's there to tell him to move around, he said, "Oh, I've been here for 3 hours," or whatever kind of thing. So they didn't bother us where we sat. We had good seats, but people were moving around us, but our seats were there, and we just sat there. We were, like I said, I got there a little after 11, so by 11:30ish. I was already in line.
Okay.
Waiting.
Yeah.
So I went through the first checkpoint where they check you in and all the credentials, check your temperature, put the band on your wrist. Had 2. You had the around the what you wear around your neck, the little hanging thing there with your information, and then the color coded wristband that they put on you, permanent. Like you get at the amusement park. But so when they seen the wristband and the lanyard. Then you go here, you go there, you go there. So we went to the special area over there on the left, and then when I sat down, and we were sitting there, and I was by myself. I sat in the front. Then there was other seat. Then the other people that you get to know the people when you're in line. So
Sure.
So 2 seats got vacant right next to me. I put my arm over and said, "You guys want to move up?" So, and then of course we didn't get 11:30. The line started moving at 1. So we were in the heat from 11:30 to 1.
Yeah, and it was warm on Friday.
It was hot.
Yeah.
It was hot. Let's step beyond warm. But they kept coming around with water.
Did they?
You want water? 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 And a lot of bathrooms.
Yeah,
and they had these things that stood up about 5-foot cooling towers. The bottom is filled with water, and they're electric, and they just go back and forth, and they give a cool mist out there.
Ooh.
It was pretty good. We were nowhere near any of them, but they were more for
the regular
entries,
stands and entries. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that was like worse than Disney World. I mean, it was packed. Like I said, we got in there, and they opened at 1, and we got to our seats and we sat, and then the grandstand was to our left in the back. So if you watched the debate, they were all behind President Trump. But as you go, it was kind of empty, Then it filled.
Yeah.
It was full. Then they had the volunteers going around, and they're putting their hands up. 1 seat left here, 1 seat, 2 seats.
Oh, yeah.
It was packed. I did not realize how packed it was. I would stand up and I see the crowd, and 30 yards from where President Trump spoke was the cameras and everything.
Yeah.
But apparently, behind that were thousands of people, because President Trump actually said, "You camera guys, you should have been back there," because they got telescopic lenses and all that. They could have been way back further, but I didn't believe, because they have a big jumbotron,
big
TV jumbotron, whatever you want to call it, it was set way in the back, and I'm walking in. I said, "Why the heck is this thing way back here?" Now I know because the crowd was all the way back there.
They were all the way back there seeing that.
So when he said about 30,000 people, that was a conservative amount in my opinion.
Incredible.
I was very fortunate because like you said, I put some pictures on Facebook there.
Yeah.
To be right there. I mean, it was like, and he would turn, you see him, and it was, and that's the third president I've seen in person.
Yeah.
I didn't get to shake his hand or anything, but no, he didn't come by near the, near the rail, and but a couple of the congressmen came down, and they were taking pictures and
it was neat that his plane pulled up. They brought in the steps. He walked down from the airplane, went on a little platform, and platform led him right to the podium.
Oh yeah, well it was something to see before, where they were setting up those little stairs that you're talking about. That if you ever went to an airport, they don't have the ones that you go out. You don't never go outside. This is where you go outside, you step, and you go up.
Yeah.
Well, before they were there, the Secret Service was there measuring those steps.
Oh yeah.
To be exact height and with the tape measure and all the way down.
Yardstick. They had an old yardstick.
Yeah. You caught me
that
sticker. One. And then they remeasured it. Then the other one they remeasured. Then they drove them away.
Yeah.
They cleared it. They drove them away, and then of course the jet came in. Everybody's cheering like you could hear,
Yeah.
But macho man. And the jet comes around, does a U. He comes back and just slides right in and stops at a perfect spot. And then all the Secret Service around the plane like flies on it, boom, and they're just waiting there. Then the back door opened first.
Yeah.
And all the press that travel with them and they all come down through there, all that. And Ron DeSantis flew in with him.
Oh, did he? Yeah. The governor was with him. Yeah.
They went down. Mayor Quinn was there. I seen Mayor Quinn, and I think I seen the sheriff from Dunellen was there, and a couple other dignitaries that I knew.
Yeah.
But the rest were going. But I can tell you a little more. We've got something coming up, I see.
Yeah. A little interview as we mentioned. Be the director of abdominal organ transplantation, as we'll be talking with Dr. Adam Bingaman. As we stay tuned for more AIM Ocala Live. Yeah, back after this, more AIM Ocala Live.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Have you checked this week's big ad for Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens? Go to bobwinescamelliagardens.net and check out the special deals this week. A great selection of fall bedding plants, just $1.99 each, or get a flat of 18 for $19.99. Knockout and drift roses, Bob's best quality, normally selling for $29.99, are half price at $14.99. That's not all. Bob has tons of azaleas during his truckload azalea sale. Dwarf ever-blooming azaleas, still just $3.99. Larger ever-blooming azaleas that sold all year for $19.99 are closeout priced at just $7.99. You really got to take a look at these. Wherever you look all over this 5.5-acre garden, there are serious bargains. Get your share at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. They're open daily till 4:30, Saturdays till 3:30, in the same blooming place since 1952.
The NFL alumni is sponsoring a Clay for Kids sporting event to benefit Champions for Champions. The event will take place at the Robinson Ranch in Inglis, Florida on Saturday, October 24th. Call 866-996-2182 for details. The NFL alumni will provide gift bags, breakfast, lunch, and prizes. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Clay for Kids. Call 866-996-2182 for details. Hosted by the NFL alumni.
WOCA.
We'll have clouds and sunshine today with widely scattered thunderstorms and a high of 85 to 87, then partly cloudy tonight, low 74 to 76. Watch for a heavy thunderstorm by tomorrow afternoon, partly sunny otherwise, high Tuesday 84 to 86. Then Wednesday, a mix of clouds and sunshine with a thunderstorm in one or two spots in the afternoon and a high of 81 to 84. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed, it's about how much of that quality sleep we get. And I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever.
Right now, MyPillow has a special offer for you. 2 MyPillow premiums for one low price plus free shipping. Each pillow is made in the USA and is machine washable and dryable. Call 800-820-7056 or go to MyPillow.com and use promo code Annie to get 2 MyPillow premiums for one low price plus